We're here for season 7, episode 3 with Burbs. How's it going, guys?
Pretty good.
Good.
Chilling.
Good to finally meet all of you guys. So you guys are from Groton, right?
Yeah.
Born and raised. So give some background information about yourselves going down the line.
My name is Elijah, also known as Fame. I joined the group back in 2013. And back then, I was like rapping stuff. I didn't take it like serious. Like I've been rapping since I was 15 years old. I'm 22 right now, so 7 years. And I met Dougie first. I met him my freshman year of high school, and then I met Josh second at this tutoring center, and I met Vernon my sophomore year as well, and then I met Justin through all of them. So mostly Vernon.
Cool.
Yeah. I'm Justin, Exodus Freeman. So I'm a rapper. I'm a photographer, videographer. Do all the videos and the photos for everybody for the promo and everything. I started the group December 2013.
Yeah.
We didn't really start making music until I want to say like April or May of 2014, and we've just been going ever since. I'm in law school right now, so
Wow.
that's a lot to balance, but I'm trying to be an entertainment lawyer.
Okay.
My goal is to represent artists, specifically like Connecticut area, because I'm trying to make sure that everybody in the state has a chance. And you know how labels are. So.
Yeah, but good for you. That's awesome.
I'm Vernon. They call me Viz of the Great. I started rapping when the group was made. I had always written poetry though, so that's kind of how I got into it. I think he actually started with poetry too. So I did that, and then eventually, I was like, why not put it over a beat? And then here we are. So.
I'm Josh, NA I didn't really get into like the music rapping with them until like a year maybe after. But I was always like into music when I was younger, playing the drums and everything. So I was kind of always had like a music connection to it.
Yeah.
But I didn't like actually feel my own sound and voice until like later on, I guess.
Okay.
But I've been friends with these motherfuckers forever.
Yeah.
Like, I love
Damn.
these guys.
Yeah.
We've known each other
We've been
since first
forever.
grade. Me,
Yeah.
Vernon, Josh.
Damn.
Yeah.
What about you, man?
I'm Mark, also known as Dougie. I make beats and stuff. Well, music's always been a part of my life since a little kid. Like I did band, I played the trumpet. I was always into jazz and like punk rock and like all that stuff. I didn't get into hip hop till like middle school. So
Okay.
once I discovered that, that really changed everything for me. And I was just inspired by all the instrumentals and stuff. I wasn't like into the rapping aspect of it, just more of the beats selection. Like I would hear the beat first and then like hear the real version. So like I started making beats at 14 years old, and I didn't really tell anybody about it because one, I was trash, and two, like I was just a low key type of person. So when like my senior year of high school, when I like met these guys and stuff, I've known Vernon, Vizza, and Fame the longest since like my freshman year of high school. So like my senior year, I remember Vizza talking about, oh yeah, like my friend Justin, like he's gonna start this rap group or whatever called Black Suburbia. I was like, oh cool. And I was like, well I make beats and stuff. And like one night I remember you DM'd me like, hey, like I'm starting a rap group, will you be down? It was like no question, yeah. So it's been a long, but it's been a great journey, like experience this music thing with these guys and stuff like that. Like they helped me grow. Like without them, like I would not be like where I'm at with everything. So it just means a lot that we're still here and like we're still making music and stuff. So
we should probably talk about Tyreek.
yeah, go ahead, about T.
Yeah, T-Wayne the Kid.
Fuck you, T. Wayne.
Yeah,
Where the fuck
he
you are?
obviously can't be here, but
Yeah.
he's been part of the group since the start. And honestly, he's one of the best producers I've ever heard in my life. And
Facts.
he's gotten
Yeah,
placements.
he's been killing it,
He's
man.
been killing it.
Yeah.
Absolutely killing it. He got placement off of Stiz last year on the Uncle Drew soundtrack. That was wild. We all saw the movie together. He was in the credits. Like it was
Oh,
Song
wow.
with Nino.
yes, Dark.
We were
Yeah,
up,
we know.
we were up in the
They
theater.
played Dark on Sway.
Yeah, they did. That was wild. So
Yeah.
he couldn't be here, but we wanted to make sure that
Yeah,
everyone knows.
that kid inspires me so much. To see him grow, like from where I first met him musically to where he is now, it's insane. Like it all blew our minds, like where he's at.
And he raps.
Yeah, and he raps.
Yeah, you can't forget that.
You got the bars, you got the 16
Yeah, I
points.
saw one of his videos earlier today, and I was like, damn, he can actually spit.
Yeah,
He can.
Yeah.
I only knew him as a producer, so that was a cool thing to see.
Yep.
So what is it like being in Groton compared to other parts of Connecticut?
Groton is like weird because like.
It's
How
not
do you
like
even
the
describe
I
it?
know.
Okay, so Groton. All right, the thing about Groton is, like, it's small, but
It's big too.
it's big at the same time.
Yeah.
It's not like the rest of New England, definitely. Because like you have like cities in the rest of New England and stuff like that, but they're not like as diverse as I'd say as Groton is, even for like maybe like the only ones that are honestly in this state are like New Haven and Bridgeport.
Yeah.
Because like I've been to other cities like around New England and around the country, and it's just like Groton is just weird because it's like a Navy town.
Yeah.
Like, the rest of New England is not like that. Like the rest
Yeah,
of
like
New
there's so many different areas of Groton because like you have like all the Navy stuff, and then you have like no way just like all the what's it called, like by the water and stuff like that. And then you have PQ, then City of Groton. So it's like all these different like parts, but
And even like the Mystic side too, right?
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, even the
Mystic
Mystic side.
right
Like
there.
me and Exes are from the Mystic side of Groton.
Yeah.
So, but these guys like Visa, they're like by like the sub base and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
they're on the same
Yeah.
route. But it's weird because it's like it's right across from London, and like a lot of people, like when they think the area, they think London.
Yeah.
So
England,
like
County of London. So.
you just
That's
like
the
all the
whole
other
side.
surrounding towns
It,
kind of get swept
it
under
has
the
a
rug.
negative vibe, bro. You gotta be honest, that has a negative vibe to it.
What,
even the
Groton?
people, even the
Oh,
people, like you'll be in a package store, people are like rotten, yeah, it's just another day.
Yeah, I've heard
People
that.
Yeah.
from Groton call
Yeah, I
it.
mean it's not. It's
We
not
got a bar
like,
called.
Yeah.
I mean everyone hates.
it's Groton.
Yeah, I mean like I feel like
That's
everyone who
Groton.
lives in Groton hates Groton, but
Yeah.
they never leave Groton. So it's like
I say like
Like, people,
Connecticut,
Old
that
people
people
come
say-
here to die.
No, they
Old people come
don't.
here. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. People come back to vacation there and die, bro.
That's more.
Like
People
Groton,
down in Nowhere and shit.
People don't.
I think that's what
People don't.
but I
people
think
go to
Groton's just a
Florida.
weird place.
Yeah,
But
Groton's
it's
just-
home.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
so you're from Legend, so like
Yeah, so
Yeah.
my cousin's from Groton, so like I've been around. She used to live right by Westside Middle School, and now she lives over in the Mystic side, next to what is it? What was that place that you could jump off the?
I already don't know it.
Like Getter Drive.
Oh, are you talking about?
Cold
Near
Spring?
Dairy
He's
Queen?
talking about. He's talking about Widows.
Widows.
Widows, yeah, Widows, yeah.
Yeah, I hear you talking about.
Yeah, Widows is wild.
Yeah.
I've heard some crazy stuff over there.
Yeah, that was back in the day.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Did they shut that down now? Like no one can go over there?
I don't
They
think
should have if they didn't.
I think they did because like kids were just wilding out so much. I mean, what do you expect? Like
Yeah.
kids gonna do what they're gonna do. So, but back then, though, like, all what I hear just crazy shit would go down there, and the fools would just jump off that goddamn cliff. I'm like, you wanna kill yourself? Shit, like.
I hated jumping off. Everybody else was like, come on, do it. I'm like,
Ah, it's too sketchy, right? Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah,
jumping
it's
off
too
the
I'll watch other
sketchy.
people do it. I'm afraid of it.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
watch. I would kill
I'm
Yeah.
for real. That's
I'll
the
do
Yeah.
everything but do it.
But it's home though, so.
Yeah.
so talk about the Black Burbs album that you guys released, The Collective.
Oh, all right. So Black Burbs 2 years ago now. Almost exactly 2 years. Like
Yeah.
I think we dropped it April 3rd, 2017.
That was my first time actually seeing you guys.
Oh,
really?
Yeah, the first time I noticed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that is where a lot of people like found out about it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Almost
for
definitely.
sure. Cause like,
we did. Oh my god.
cause like at that time, like we were just working on our craft and stuff.
Yeah.
But like we had a lot of motivation to like let us like be like, hey, like we out here type shit. So
Yeah, we figured like we needed to put together a project so like people would actually start figuring out who we are.
Yeah.
And a lot of it was just like getting together and making it because we made it over the course of like 10 days, like not even.
literally.
Yeah, it was 10 days. We did all the songs.
Um, and then we did, like I filmed a documentary. It was on YouTube for a while. I think we ended up taking it down, but that was on there for a while, and it was cool. It was cool at the time, but I think we were like the minute we finished it, we were kind of like already over it, trying to make the next thing.
No,
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that because we were bumping that for.
I mean, in terms of, like where we are though, like mentally.
I don't think we were over it that quick. I'm gonna be honest, because we were still finding like different, like hidden gems, I guess, in the track listing and all that. Like, we were like, you know what, this song's actually really good. This song's actually really good.
I mean, Spiffy was like,
yeah.
that was like
the single for the album.
Yeah, that was a single. And Savage, right?
Savage too.
Yeah.
Savage was great.
That was
he
T-Wayne
killed
rapping in that one.
God, he
And,
killed it.
I don't know, just doing that project was just really fun, man.
Yeah.
You know, it was just a fun time. Like doing it in 10 days, just hanging out with your friends, just goofing off and stuff, and making cool music.
Got your chemistry better, like.
Yeah,
I would say so, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. Because it was just us recording.
Mm-hmm.
and now it's funny because that's a self-titled album now, and it wasn't before because we were Black Suburbia.
Yeah, I was gonna ask that because I saw Black Suburbia on all your videos, but then I noticed you didn't go with Black Burbs.
Yeah, so what ended up happening was we ended up disbanding last year for like
After our first show.
after our first show. We disbanded for like 2 months, 3 months?
It was a while.
And we realized like we have to change our dynamic. So what we came back was with like a whole different model of how we wanted to do things, and in that we rebranded and just named ourselves Black Burbs because we thought it sounded better.
People kept thinking that was our name anyway because of the name.
Yeah, because they wouldn't say Black Suburbia, they'd be like Black Burbs.
Yeah,
like, that's not our name.
So we're just like fuck it, let's just name Black Burbs.
Yeah, we'll just be Black Burbs.
Yeah.
I think it rings.
Yeah,
it's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad. I got used to
Double
it.
B's up.
Double B's, baby. Here.
Yeah, that's I like
Yeah. And now you guys got, is it the meet and greet series?
Yes.
Yes, we're doing the meet and greet.
Let's talk about this.
All right, so basically I had an idea. I was like, you know what, since people don't really know, because we're a group, so there's multiple people, we got used to different like styles and all that. So I was like, why don't we come up with something where we can get people more familiar with our individual styles and whatnot. So it's kind of like a meet and greet, and that's why I called it that. So basically each one of us drop a project, just a few songs, just showcasing what we are about, I guess, musically, just to get people more familiar. And then at the end of it, we do whatever we're gonna do with our future music.
Dope.
Yeah. So it's been going cool so far.
We've done 2 so far.
Yeah.
Fame dropped first.
I got first.
N.A. Elias just dropped his.
Yeah, that shit was fire. I just listened to that all the way through. This shit is nuts.
Yeah,
You can say thank you.
I'm sorry. I was not listening.
No, I was just saying. Fire, bro.
I was trying to get Elijah's attention. I was trying to tell him.
Nigga, fuck him. Yeah.
he's commenting your work, dog.
Yo.
Just complimenting your
I'm really picky with my shit, right?
Yeah.
And that means a lot to me, though. I'm honest. Like all my family was telling me that they appreciated it and like they enjoyed it and everything. Like first album. So
Yeah.
Bro, I mean, we had to push you to actually like put it out.
So the first,
Looks like there's a story with this.
all right. So the first 3 months, I had a beat. I think Mark gave me a beat,
Yeah.
and then the whole album's all Mark's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the first beat that he gave me, I think it was Mirrors.
Yeah, it was Mirrors. Yeah.
This motherfucker. Alright, so it took 3 months. I got the hook and everything in the first month. Second month, I'm like, I'm gonna start writing shit like that. Then all of a sudden, I just went blank. And I'm like, I don't feel it. I recorded it with Vernon, and then I tried to go back and match the same original energy, and it just didn't work out.
Yeah.
Then I had to keep writing and shit, but the song I worked on the longest is my least favorite. That's the thing that makes me mad.
Yeah.
I'm proud of it. I'm still proud of it. I wrote the song, and man, I'm proud of this shit. But it's funny how the song I least worked on, Repercussions,
Yeah.
that shit, that's my favorite.
It's always the quickest ones that end up being the best shit.
Yeah,
He was just like, keep going with it.
Yeah.
That's how it's been with all our music. So yeah.
But Mark, that motherfucker got the beats, yo.
There you go.
Him and T-Wayne, bro. I've been saying.
Dude,
this.
I was getting
I'm gonna say it for public record. The best, him and T-Wayne, best producers in the city. I'm just gonna say it. I'm just gonna say it.
Gotta have that energy with your team, man.
I think
gonna
that's
say
it. Yeah.
Thank you, Justin.
I just don't hear a sound like theirs throughout the
They
state.
sound so much different than everybody.
Yeah. Don't want it.
But anyway, so meet and greet. So
Don't look at me.
so for the meet and greet series, mine's actually gonna end up being next.
Yeah.
We don't have a release date yet, but I'm gonna just announce the title. It's called Master Grade. It's based off like the Gundam models. I build those like for fun. It's like one of my hobbies. So I want it to be. It's probably gonna be like 3 to 5 tracks like all the other ones. But I don't know a release date yet, but I'm working on it now. So
That's dope.
hopefully I can get that out by like June.
And then there's gonna be a collab project at the very end after everybody gets their initial thing.
Yeah, I think that's.
Much.
Yeah, I think we're thinking about doing a follow up to Black Burbs.
Okay.
It's been a while, and people want the music, so why not? You know. So.
No, I completely agree. So, what is your favorite song that you guys have ever recorded together?
Together?
That's their favorite song, favorite group song. Oh shit.
Well, mine real
Yeah.
quick, Suburban Nights. That's my favorite
Okay.
shit.
And why is that?
That was the first song I was on, but at the same time, I love it.
Mm-hmm. Good memories.
Outside.
Yeah.
What's your
Yeah, what about
Mine, mine probably is like, it's gotta be, we weren't all on this one, but it was Invisible.
Oh, Invisible. Yeah. I like that.
you? Oh, Invisible.
Invisible, yeah.
Yeah.
I like Suburbs, even though I'm not on it. I don't really fuck with
Suburbs.
Really?
Suburb?
I fuck with Suburbs.
You're still on it. The ad libs, bro.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's right.
He was like, yo, let me on the track.
No, I studied so much on that shit.
Yo, bro,
Yeah,
you went
you
in. You
went
went
out.
on forever, bro.
Yeah.
You went in on
It
that.
wasn't even 16, so it was just like, what the
Yeah,
fuck?
I was like a 48.
Man, thank you.
Yo, so
my man's just.
I think Spiffy,
You
though,
can
like,
take over my
Spiffy's also one of those ones that was just like we made it in the moment. Like
Damn, I can't pick.
he was up at my apartment in Yukon, and we were just like, oh, let's make a song. I already have a hook, and we just made it in like what you said, like an hour and a half maybe
Yeah, tops. Yeah.
at tops,
Yeah.
and it was just like it was just so much fun to make. I think that was like one of the times we genuinely had fun just working on a song like in no time. And
If
it
that was
just
the
done
first
before
time.
we realized it.
That was definitely the first time it's had fun on a song.
Just pure.
Because
Yeah.
before that, that was when I stopped for 2
Yeah.
years. So that was the first song.
Yeah, he took 2
The
years.
second song I did.
Okay.
Back in.
Yeah,
Like a
because we
hiatus.
took a hiatus when we first started because
Yeah.
like no one didn't really fuck with us like that. And,
Oh
like,
yeah,
that's-
we had
and
we
like
ran
and
into a lot
people
of
were like
problems.
telling us to quit and shit. Like it
People
was
were mad.
it was hard.
Yeah.
Some damn
Like it like ruined like our confidence and
People
shit.
did
So
not
we didn't make
like
shit for a
it.
while.
People
People
did
did not like
So,
People
like-
in Rodney did not fuck with us at all.
They really
Yeah,
didn't
That's
like
that
that.
mentality
They
over
really
there.
did
Yeah.
not
So
No,
like
it really is. That is the mentality.
yeah, it is.
You're
So
right.
when we
That
made
is
Black
right.
Birds, like we really wanted to prove to people like,
Yeah.
no, like
Yeah,
we're nice at this shit.
Like we can
Like,
do it.
we can
Like,
do
people
it.
just try to tell us like, why do you even bother? Like stop.
Yeah.
All we did. The craziest part is like back then like the reason people told us that was only because we were sending people songs and asking for feedback.
Yeah.
And they were like,
Just
what
like-
the
all
fuck
we
you
did.
doing?
Yeah.
That's what we said.
Like, yo, check
We
this
didn't shit
track
on
out.
anybody. We didn't talk shit. We didn't do anything. All we said was, hey, can you guys listen to our songs and give us some feedback? And they said, what the fuck is this?
I actually like their music. Like a lot of stuff in Groton, I actually like the stuff. I was reposting it and everything, so when
Yeah.
I started making music.
And they were your friends. Too.
Yeah, there were people that we like,
I
know, like they're like acquaintances and
Cuss
stuff.
their ass out.
I was like, damn, I'm hurt. I don't even like.
Yeah. So that like really like bopped us a lot, and people will talk their shit, but you just gotta keep it moving at the end of the
Like
day.
they were so in their feelings too. Like a lot of people would go from like it's music, and they would go from like, oh, I'm trying to see you, like I'm trying to fight you. Like
Yeah, they were trying
Yeah, they
This
were
is like-
dead ass. It got to that point, like it was terrible, but we're still here. You can't.
We are still here.
Yeah, so,
Exactly.
We're still here.
See, stuff like that is bad when you're a new artist because your confidence isn't built yet, most likely.
yeah,
So that's when you're at your most vulnerable state. So if they do that now, I don't give a fuck.
same
obviously.
here.
But
That's just not-
back then, that's not good for a young artist. And I think people know that, and they try to just crush it before it even grows into anything positive.
I mean, that's what they did to T Wayne.
Yeah.
Before even they used to.
They used to dog that.
He had the
He used
worst.
to say he handed out like because when he just like when he rapped like in high school,
Yeah.
didn't they throw his like
They
No,
snapped it in
they
his face.
snapped it in front of
He
his
was handing out his
face,
like,
like
he made
dead
copies
ass.
of his tape and
Yeah.
then snapped it in front of him.
I remember like seeing him like he was like pretty like fucked up about it, and I was like, bro, they did that shit. I was like, what the fuck? So like
And now look at him now.
that, like
Yeah.
look at him now, like he's killing it. You
They
know
treat
what
him
I'm
like
saying?
shit.
Like people try to jump, like
Oh.
they really try to jump people because of music.
No,
Like,
Was this? We were at Walmart.
We were at
This
Walmart.
nigga-
Oh,
No, we were at Walmart because we got into some beef on Twitter. Well, I got into some beef on Twitter.
I was there.
I wasn't there
No,
for this
what
shit.
happened was the people who had been talking shit, we kind of got fed up with it and they went after him hard body. So I was just defending him. But then,
That's your boy.
yeah, it's my
Yeah.
boy, so I'm like, I'm obviously gonna defend him. So then, like, we're outside of Walmart. I want to say it's like August 2014 or something like that.
It was like it was.
We're
it was
chilling.
warm out.
The three of us are chilling outside of Walmart, and we run into one of the dudes we were beefing with, and he double takes.
It's
Like,
yeah, he
he
walked
walks
up to me because I knew him. He was like, "Yo, what up, Vernon?" I was like, "What up?" He dapped him up, and then he looked at him. He's like, "Oh, you're that nigga from Twitter."
he tried to throw hands at me in front of Walmart.
He said, hey, you're that nigga.
And then, yo, this lady was like, she was in her car, she rolled out the window, she's like, hey, don't let him bully you.
They called me like a little ass boy.
That shit was so funny. To this day,
This was no neck beard though. He had no neck beard. Just saying.
Baby face.
What?
He got a baby face,
He
nigga.
got the bald face, yeah.
Neck beard, bro. This shit is not a neck beard. Fuck you.
Yeah, there.
Yeah, a little bit.
Don't
It wasn't
look at
like-
mine, though. It's okay.
Now.
Patches.
Anyway, yeah, like people would really like. It got down to the point where it was like people were like talking like they had so much problems with me that they would confront my friends and like
Yeah, but you can shoot
about
boys,
stuff.
but
It's like
Yeah.
you know.
But we're past all that now.
Yeah.
Now it's all-
Yeah, I remember one time you rap battle one of them, and he was tight, he wanted to fight you and shit.
I remember.
Yo, he like dusted his ass.
That shit was
He
funny.
really did. He
I
was like,
wasn't
yo,
there,
I'm
but I
gonna beat
wish
you
I
up, I'm
was.
gonna fuck you up. Fuck that nigga, bro.
Was that like in class?
No,
It was in the
not-
cafeteria,
it was like lunch.
right?
Yeah,
It was like lunchtime and stuff.
Yeah,
So
shit was mad funny.
I wish I was
Yeah,
there.
it really was
I really
funny.
wish I was there.
Oh, I'll never forget the first time I heard him rap too. Like, we were having like a rap battle. It was like T Wayne and Elijah.
Oh
and
yeah,
like
that was the first time.
Tyreek was just like fucking around. I don't remember what he said, but it was something like Hiroshima.
I was
like,
15
yo,
years old.
I was
did
like,
not
this
remember
nigga
what I
can
said.
rap. He was the first one I ever heard rap, so I was like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he beat Tyreek on a rap battle like bad.
Yeah, we didn't know. We didn't even know. Like that was the first time we all heard
Yeah,
him.
I didn't go to
like,
high school with any of them because I knew him like through Vernon in
Yeah.
college. So like, I wish I had all those memories with y'all back then
Yeah.
because that like shit sounds.
That's the sad part.
I wish
So
I
we
had
got
that.
split up in high school. That's
Yeah,
what
we
was
did.
like,
Yeah.
That's y'all's
He
fault.
met people.
He brought y'all want to go some
Hey.
random shit.
I don't.
the
I
funny
don't-
thing
I'm not
is,
right
like
there.
we're like
It was-
10,
it was
15
right
years
there
apart.
for you.
Yeah.
I played
When they
basketball
went to
there.
like
Fuck
me,
that.
Visa, Fame, and T when we all went to the same school. Exodus Freeman and Elias went to the same school as well. It was like what?
We started out at St. Bernard's.
St. Bernard's, yeah.
I stayed
okay.
there, but
I went to fish
he
school.
transferred.
Fish was wild.
You went to fish
Fish,
school?
fish.
Yeah, yeah, no.
I went to the fish school.
That's my boy Derek went there too.
Oh,
Pretty fun.
It's wild.
Yeah, we went to fish.
Oh,
Yeah,
Good
Fish
Too
was
small.
crazy.
It's not with ladies.
Well, I don't know how it is now.
Wait, didn't Derek?
What was your
McKay
favorite
also there?
story about Fitch?
Oh my god.
Oh,
Wait, a
that's
good
all
story
I
about
was
fish?
there.
Yeah.
Oh, I
I
got
didn't
you,
even
man.
go there.
Weren't y'all dunking on people in the hallways?
Oh yeah, we dug on people, crossing them up.
Our boy threw a chicken.
Yeah.
Our boy threw straight through a rotisserie chicken.
Yeah.
And it bounced through. That's what-
Oh, I got
that's
one.
what-
Oh, should I tell about the dude that got tased?
was
Alright, so there's this dude, he was like 18, but he was a freshman. Like, he looked like a grown ass man.
He wasn't grown.
Yeah, he
He
basically
was.
was, yeah. This nigga was ignorant as fuck, too, because he was in my gym class. Like, he was crazy. Anyway, so there's like the front of the fucking, what's it called? The front of the school.
Yeah.
And he was like walking to class, but he had weed on him. So when the security girl was like, hey, like whatever, the security guard was gonna tell him like to go to class, but he thought that they called him weed. So he starts booking it like out the fucking school running, and like the cops like chase him and shit. And I'm in health class, so it's like one level up.
Yeah.
Some random kid's like, hey yo, some dude's getting chased down by the cops. We all went there. The teacher's like, get back here. We're like, fuck that, this nigga getting chased. We wanna see what's good. Homeboy takes out the tase gun, tases the dude. He's like, ow! Starts like shaking and shit. And this is like my second week of high school. Oh, remember the two pregnant girls that fought over the same nigga? Yo, two girls had
That's
the
what
same
brought
baby
that
daddy
shit up.
and they were throwing
We were
hands.
15 years old. We were juniors at the time. They were both like pregnant and showing and fighting each other. That was like,
That is the most rotten
that was
shit I've
the
ever heard.
wildest thing
I was like,
I've ever seen.
what?
Honestly,
Bro, bitch
that's
was
pretty
just a
wild.
whole
Shit
different breed of
I've
this
ever
ignorant
heard.
shit. It
Yeah.
was weird. Like,
It was really weird. Yeah. It
I couldn't,
really was.
yeah. There's too much funny shit. There's too many stories like that at that place.
That's funny to hear because Ledger Kids like Fitch was our rivals. So
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
We
That's-
like I never heard any stories from over there.
No.
That's what we were doing while we were over there.
Surviving that.
We just be there like, what the fuck? Like, shit's weird. Like,
Shame. So, are there any other CT artists that you guys would like to collab with outside of your group?
there's a lot. Well, the ones I usually collab with was like Demery, Seven, who's from New Haven, He's Fire,
Yeah,
Mo
'cause we got
Woods.
a bunch of people on Dougie.
Yeah, like that was the whole premise of Dougie World, the album that I did last year.
Mhm.
Which basically collab with different artists from Connecticut and some of Massachusetts as well. So that project, which is mainly just diversity and stuff like that, that was like the main focus. Just getting to know about different people and shit, and it was fun. Like meeting all those different people. I didn't meet them, but like just collaborating with them and stuff like that. And
Mhm.
that's what I do with this next project I'm working on too. But it's not gonna be more about diversity. It's gonna have more of a fucking theme this time. I don't know. Should I tell them?
Yeah, tell them.
Go ahead, tell
Feel
me.
free. to say whatever you
Like the
want.
second project I'm working on right now is called Alternative Black Boy. So that basically means like my roots, like in music and like everything I'm into, like skating, music, fucking yeah, anything. And with this one, I'm gonna have more of a Pacific sound in this way because with Dougie World it's just like different shit. Like I'm gonna experiment with fucking house shit, rap shit, trap shit, like boom bap stuff. With this one, it's gonna be like, all right, he has a certain sound. This is his own style. Because as much as I love Dougie World, I feel like I didn't like really show like everybody like, all right, this is how I make my shit. You know what I mean? Like how Jay Dilla has his own sound, or Pete Rock, or Q-Tip, or fucking Tyler the Creator. Like they have their own specific sound. Like if the shit comes on, you be like, that's a Dr. Dre beat. And
Yeah.
I want my shit to be like, oh, that's a Dougie beat. So with this project, I'm working with some similar guys and shit like that I brought from Dougie World, and also new people as well. These guys are gonna be on it, of course, but they're gonna have a bigger role this time around because even though they had solos and all that shit like that, I felt like they didn't get enough shine. So I wanted to make sure, like, all right, like these guys are like the best, like they should get their shine and shit like that. Like, so I've been working on that literally. What, since last year, August, September? Like
You started the process pretty
yeah.
quick.
I started the process pretty quick because I was gonna do an EP at first. And I was like, you know what? No, I'm just gonna do a whole fucking project, you know, because why not? So, but yeah, with Dougie World, like that was really fun. I was surprised of like the responses I got and shit like that because
Yeah, people were fucking with it.
yeah, it was
That was
weird.
great.
Like people didn't have to like go on my DM and be like, yo, like keep up your shit.
We were in Domino's.
Oh,
we were in
yeah.
Domino's, and I think it was us three, right?
It was us.
Yeah.
It was the
We were-
day that
we were
Dougie World
leaving.
came out.
Yeah, we were leaving, and some kid, was he working there?
Yeah, he was.
He like ran from behind the counter.
Was that Grok? That was Grok.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he like ran from behind the counter and went up to him.
This motherfucker.
That was
he went
when you
up to
guys
him.
video.
Yes.
No, but like, he ran, but the dude ran from behind like the kitchen. He was like, "You, what do you say to you?" He's like, "You're Dougie" or some shit.
Yeah, he's like, "Yo, you're
I
Dougie."
fuck with you. I
Yeah.
want to work with you.
It was crazy.
That was crazy. He, like,
That's the first time it ever happened. I was like, what the fuck? Like, but it was cool that people actually fuck with it and stuff. Cause you know, like I said, like we had a history of people not fucking with us and stuff. And I was nervous too, cause I worked on this project like a year and a half. Like I made a lot of sacrifices. Like I almost didn't graduate from like community college and shit. I'm at Eastern now, but like I literally put everything on the line for that project. And the fact that like it got the reception that it got, like I don't give a fuck about plays or like how many people, you know, fucking reposted or retweeted it. If you like my shit, then it's cool, you know. Like that's all that means to me.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the
At
best
the
thing.
end, at the end of
That's
the
the
day.
best.
That's the best.
Because like numbers don't mean shit. Like if you're just caring about numbers and like all that stuff, you're not doing it for the fun of it. You know what I'm saying? You're not doing it from the heart. So if you're just doing it for fun, you want to like entertain it and you know whatever, that's what it's all about. So and yeah.
Wait, real quick though. So he asked us the CTRs you want to go.
Oh!
I didn't get to answer.
Yeah.
Way off.
I said yeah.
Way off.
Yeah. I asked like a few. I said Mo Woods. I said
Shit.
Yeah, and then you just.
Bro, that was a whole.
I'm so
I
sorry.
just wanted to say Trey Moore. His music is tight.
Oh, Trey Moore is fire. Yeah.
His music is tight. That's
He's
all
on a
I'm
whole
saying.
nother like level,
Yeah.
weight, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
I fuck with him.
What about y'all?
I don't even know, honestly.
Or does it?
I'd be like, the thing is like, when it comes to working with people, I'm basically open to anything. So,
Yeah.
like, I feel like if someone likes me enough to the point where they want to work with me, like, why not work with them?
Right.
At least like from the wrong standpoint.
Yeah. Oh, I work for Snowcrook. She's fucking fire.
Annoyed is fire too.
Yeah.
No, that's fine. I didn't want to work with
Snowcrook's
them.
fire.
Annoyed
Like, I want to
and
see a piece of her.
Lonnie
Lonnie
X
X is fire.
Lonnie
Yeah,
X
Lonnie
is
X
fire.
is dope.
Lonnie X
Fuck.
is fucking fire.
Yeah. I want to see a piece of him too. He's been killing.
Oh, do
it.
you guys know what's his fucking name? Starts with a V. V Skino. He's
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You know what's funny? I checked this shit like a month
He's in
ago.
Florida now.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in Florida.
I don't know why. but-
I gotta look more of his shit though. But recently I just started listening to this stuff. It's fire,
Him
man.
and Andre Jakai, I'm
Yeah,
probably
the-
saying it wrong.
Yeah, I don't know how to say it either.
Yeah,
actually.
but
I think it's
them two were fucking nice. They were doing a lot of shit together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
they're
Early
both
in this
good.
year, or maybe it was 2018,
Oh,
something like that.
Yeah, I think it was 20.
There's a lot of great artists in CT, man. We just gotta.
We're kind of hidden under the horse shit though.
Yeah. It's weird because like as much as there's a lot of great artists in CT, I feel like we get fucking, we're, like not low key, but like we get what's the word?
Swept under the rug.
Yeah, swept on
Well,
the
I think a lot of it is because where we're from. I feel like When you really think about it, who really is thinking about grinding in terms of the Connecticut scene?
Yeah. Or just Connecticut.
I mean, but like within our own state, we get forgotten about because no one really knows.
Oh, yeah.
Like, and I think a lot of it too is a lot of the problem we were having early on was like, well, I won't say early on, I'll say like post Black Burbs was like, we knew there were people listening to us, but we didn't know who, because we, like, I know like we talk about this a lot, like, we didn't know like where anybody who fucked with us was, because they were like randomly like hit us up and be like, oh, we fuck with you, like, how do we know that?
Yeah.
Because like our numbers, like, they were decent at the time, but like we didn't know where the plays were coming from. We didn't know if it was like people we knew, people like all across the state, or like people just in the town, or just us.
And then every now and then a random person, like if I was at work, a random person would come to the line and be like, oh, Black Burbs, I fuck with that. And then it disappeared.
Yeah,
I was like, who are you?
It happened last semester, literally. Like when this project came out, we're at the bar. There's some random dude that we went to high school with.
Was Riley there? What was this?
It was at sports. Remember, it was Riley.
Oh, Riley, yeah.
Yeah,
Well, we went to school.
We went to school with him, but like he came up to Bernie and was like, "Yo, like your project fire."
Yeah, like yeah.
Yeah, so like shit like that happens. Cause wait, what the fuck?
Because we have no way to gauge like who knows about us.
Like we don't have like a specific.
Like when people say, "Oh, we know who you are," we're like, "How?" Like we don't. Cause we
I know
have
you
no
said
idea.
you don't care about the posting and all that. That's kind of where that comes in handy. If I see you reposted it, then I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
At least I know
It's
who
like
you are.
it's a visual.
At least I can know you.
It's a visual
Like,
representation of people who actually like know who we are in some sense of interacting with our music or any sort of content we've created.
Can't be low key forever.
Yeah.
Very true. So I see you are also big in skate. I don't know about you guys. I've seen Dougie stuff.
Yeah.
Talk about your skate culture.
Definitely.
You've been killing it. I saw the
Thank
videos,
you,
bro.
man. Thank you. Well, I've been skating for about 16 years now, but I got into it by, do you remember the video game Tony Hawk Pro Skater?
Oh, bro.
It's
Yeah.
the greatest game of
That
all
was like my
time.
favorite game.
So,
what?
I'll explain how. So, like, my dad, he's in the military, well, he was in the military, and we used to move around and stuff like that. So I lived in Washington State. So when I was like 5 years old, like his good friend like lived in Oregon. So one day we went to his house, like visit his family and shit. He had a daughter or whatever, and she had like this fucking PlayStation, of course, the first PlayStation. And I remember like the fucking warehouse logo. You remember the warehouse logo?
Of course.
Right? Yeah.
Classic.
So I remember she was playing. I was like, whoa, like what's that? I started playing it, and I was like, what the fuck? A year later,
I'm not
I didn't say it. What the fuck? So like a year later, I moved to Georgia, and like one of my dad's friends like lends us the Tony Hawk fucking Nintendo 64 game, and I got hooked. At that same time, I'm seeing on TV like S Games, Gravity Games, fucking what's it called? Oh man, Jackass, Viva La Bam, and all that stuff, and Rocket Power. So I'm getting all exposed to all this skating stuff, and I'm like, wow, like, this is really amazing. Like, how did he, get in the air, all this stuff? And then my family, they took me to the skate shop in the mall in Jacksonville, Florida, and the dude was like, yeah, like there's a skate park like down the street and stuff like that, like you can go. And it was Kona Skate Park, and I think that's the oldest skate park in the country. Like legendary people went there, like Rodney Mullen, like he used to be there all the time, like doing contests back in the 80s, like his Power Peralta days and stuff. I don't know if anyone knows that shit, of course, but if anyone that skates, you know that shit, fuck with that. Anyway, I went there, and I remember seeing this dude doing like a cricket grind or whatever, like a trick on a ledge. That shit sold me, and I was like, Mom, Dad, like I want a skateboard. So for my 8th birthday, I live in Italy at this point now. They gave me my first skateboard. It was a Tony Hawk Birdhouse. I got the photo posted on my Instagram. Like, I'll show it to you after. Okay. The board was literally bigger than me. Yeah. Like, I was a small-ass kid, and the board was big as me, but I didn't care. I just stuck with that shit forever. And then once I moved to Connecticut in 2005, like, that's when I really started, like, taking it serious and stuff like that. I would go to the skate park, I'd ride in the skate park, and, like, I met some of the best people there. Like, they changed my life forever. I, like, learned so much shit, like, all my, like, life lessons there and shit like that. We had a little crew called Sun Boys. It was like me and my homies, and we would post Instagram stuff, like of us skating the park. Steven Raymond, who's like this excellent skateboarder. He's in San Francisco now, but like that kid rips. Like he's been on Thrasher and stuff like that recently, and he just did like a new like video part or something, like in a skate video. But with skating, like, yeah, without it, I would not be where I'm sitting at right now, because skating not only led me to like art and stuff like that, but especially music. Like it plays a huge role. Like all the skate videos I used to watch influenced like the music I listen to. Like I would literally go like in the credits just to find like what songs were like playing in that Pacific Skaters part. Like it was that serious. Like I remember just hearing like Bad Brains and like Black Flag and like Minor Threat, like punk rock bands, and then like I would hear like hip hop stuff too. So I saw like learn like a lot about these artists because they'd be like, how do you know all these artists and shit? I'll just like name like, oh that's such and such. They're like, how the fuck do you know that? It happens all the time. And
not anymore. That shit stopped happening a while ago. It's like I got used to it. After
yeah,
a while.
because you're like, how the fuck do you know? So I'm like, oh, it was in a skate video. This video fucking.
I think in all the time I've known you, I put you on to one thing ever.
Yeah, you listen
You just know
so much.
Yeah, like that's what happens like when you skate and shit. Like
You didn't know.
get exposed to so much diversity and stuff like that. That's like the biggest thing.
You got some, cause we filmed a music video. I think you released a little preview of it, but it's gonna be dropping like maybe a few days.
Yeah.
The editing isn't done, but once it's done, we're gonna be dropping it. He has a lot of B-roll in it, skate clips.
That's just me dorking around. Yeah.
He was getting it in, bro.
Oh, you know what? Before I forget, I want to shout out Schroeder, Ben Schultz, my ex-roommate from UConn. Like he's one of my best friends. You see any of our videos or anything, he edited it.
Yeah.
He does a lot of graphic design stuff. He does a bunch of stuff for us. He's an honorary member of the group. He's so talented and he works really hard. And I couldn't ask for a better editor because he's amazing.
Yeah,
so I want to shout him out for it.
But yeah, skating, man. I got shit for it too. They used to call me white boy. You're not black enough and all this shit like that. I'm like, bruh, I'm a piece of wood with 4 wheels and a turning system. Like, why does my color and skin have to like worry about that? That shit used to bother me.
You know what's funny about that? Because so you were in Mystic, but like, and I don't know how it was out there, but in Groton, everybody skated. Everybody tried skating.
Yeah, I know. Like all my best friends from the skate park and stuff, they're from Groton. Some of them are from Mystic too, but they're just kids being ignorant as fuck, just being like, why are you skating? You're white. You talk white. Blah blah blah.
Who you were? You tried to skate.
Like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I mean that's another reason we started the group and we named it originally Black Suburbia because we wanted to show like a different side.
Yeah.
Like we wanted to show like we're different, but we embrace it.
Yeah.
We don't sound like anybody else, and that's on purpose because we don't want to sound like anybody else, and we want to be ourselves. And I think a lot of it came from being told shit like that.
Yeah.
Like I got that shit all the time in high school. Like, oh, you're a white black person. I'm like, what the fuck does that mean?
Yeah.
Like, oh, you're the whitest black person I ever met in my life.
You're not. You're half white.
Straight up conversation.
Yeah, they're like, oh, well, you're mixed. I'm like, not mixed. Both my parents are black. And I had to explain my blackness to white people.
Yeah,
like, how does that make sense?
Which shit you have to do in the first place.
But that's the reason we started the group, and that's the reason we named the group Black Burbs. Like,
yeah.
That is.
I live by that shit every day. That ass. Now I'm to the point where I don't give a fuck. You like me or you don't, this is what I do. So, yeah, I skate, whatever, you know.
And you fucking fire at it. So, like, they can't tell you
I listen to
shit.
different types of music, so what? You know what I'm saying? It was so bad, like, I would not play certain shit around certain people.
Yes, skate.
Did he do? Oh!
Yeah, bro, yes, skate.
Hey.
You got a problem?
I'm gonna beat your ass later, Elijah. That's a funny ass story, but
Yeah, you grow out of that stuff basically.
Yeah, so it don't matter to me, man. I always tell kids be yourself, you know. Why fake it, you know?
Because you can only fake it for so long.
Yeah, there's a lot of people like that.
Definitely.
And now look at skating, like every fucking kid that used to make fun of me skating wears a fucking Thrasher shirt. And
Yeah,
they think
that's the
and they
shit.
think that shit is hype
That's
beast. I'm like, fool, that's a skate magazine out since like 81. Like, get the fuck out of here.
That's bullshit.
Yeah.
That is
You love
bullshit.
Thrasher so much.
But that's the
Name the
problem.
fucking skate of the year. Like,
That's the problem. That's the problem. Because everybody rides the waves. Like they'll ride a wave. They have no idea what the fuck they're doing. They have no idea what it's about.
But at the
They
same
just want to ride
time-
the wave.
But at the same time, though, saying that, it is good exposure that skating's getting popular every day. I mean, kids are wearing Palace, fucking Supreme, and like fucking Spitfire shirts. I never thought that shit would happen. Because when you used to wear Thrasher and shit like that, I don't think anyone else got that. Excuse my language, but they're like, yo, you're fucking scared bag for wearing that Thrasher. That's fucking gay. Like, real shit.
That's
like
bullshit. Like that's bullshit. That's really
and now,
bullshit.
like, since they've seen like Travis Scott, A$AP Rocky, Tyler, fucking Earl, their favorite rapper, their favorite fucking celebrity wears it, they're like, oh, since they're wearing that, I'm gonna wear it now. So it's weird. Like us as skaters, like it's fucking weird. But at the same time, like whatever. But you're just gonna get shit for it. I seen fools get pressed like, why the fuck you wearing thrash shoes?
Yo, but you know what? I think something that's related that's funny is like when you mention like Tyler and Earl and stuff like that, and like all the OF dudes, like we got comparisons to Odd Future, like from our videos. We used to post videos on our YouTube channel, and I was like, oh, you guys just want to be Odd Future?
Yo,
like, no, this is how we act.
It wasn't even like
way before.
It wasn't even like music. It was before because the type of people we are, like we goof off and like we do weird shit. Like
you probably
no one
conversations over there.
No one understands our humor. Like people are like, what the fuck? Like, but you hung out with us, like, oh, that makes totally sense.
Yeah.
And people call us fucking Odd Future all the time. I get called Tyler Creator every fucking week at the fucking bar or at school and shit. Shit's annoying. At first it was a joke. Like my friends would say that shit.
It was never
but now no, it was. All the homies would call me that. Like my friends would call, like my close friends, like skateboarders would call me that, like as a joke.
Yeah.
But now that shit's annoying. Like last week, remember we were at the bar, Elijah? The dude was like, "Hey yo, Tyler," and I was like, "Bro, like what the fuck? Like don't call me that."
That's my one button we don't want to push.
I be want to throw a hand sometimes. He's like, "Oh come on, Mario."
The funniest thing is, I didn't like out of them. They listened to Odd Future like when they were popping and stuff like that. I didn't listen to Odd Future like after. Like, you know, they done broke up and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so, like,
you were hardcore.
So people would be like, oh, like, y'all trying to be Odd Future. I'm like, what? He wouldn't even know what
and you didn't start listening to them until later.
Yeah, I was late on them too.
Like, me and Josh was listening to them like way early.
Yeah,
I mean, by the time they were calling us that, I listened to them. But still, it's like, we weren't even making music.
I was on the early shit, like, right before they blew up. Because the first time I was exposed to them, they had a Thrasher interview. I was like, well, these dudes are interesting. Like, I kind of can, like, relate to them. I went on their website. I think the first song I heard was Earl, if I'm right, and the music video. You remember the music video Earl, where he's like getting all fucked up and he did all the drugs and shit? I was like, what? Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? So I'm like, hold on.
Shit like that is why I wanted to start making music videos.
And then when I heard Bastard, and I was like, whoa, this is something that like.
But like, they definitely influenced like our like style, but they didn't influence who we are as people. And I think that's why people like.
I don't even know about this stuff.
Yeah, I don't even know about style. Like, not even really style.
For me, I can relate to Tyler.
I definitely like looked up to Tyler like because like Goblin came out when I was 15, and it was just like for me it was huge because I was in a school where I would get made fun of like I was just saying like because I was like one of the only black people with Josh, and like people would talk shit. It like helped me learn not to give a fuck.
Yeah.
And I think everybody who was like an OF fan from back then like knows like. It's so important in terms of like your character because he taught you not to give a fuck.
Yeah.
But it's not even like it didn't mold my personality. It just told me not to be afraid to be myself.
Totally agree, man. And plus, like, if you see somebody that has the same interests as you, besides music and skating and art and all that stuff, that's gonna weigh on you a lot. So for me, like, as a 16-year-old kid, I was like, this dude's the fucking best. You know what I'm saying? Like, how we haven't had somebody like that for black kids to look up to. And now there's many like Tyler nowadays.
And Bino too, like Bino really helped me too. Like camp, like I needed camp when the camp came out. Like I needed it so bad. Like so.
That's Tariq's boy. That's his biggest.
That's his boy.
That's his boy. That's his man.
Like when camp came out, everyone was trashing.
Everyone
hated camp.
I felt like
Fantano gave camp a 2 out of 10. Like.
Really?
Yeah, he gave camp a 2 out of 10.
No one liked camp. I was like, nigga, what? Camp is fire.
He's tight.
He's smoking crack.
He's like, yeah, it's a Timmy. I know he probably regrets that.
Yeah, but guys like that, like Bino, fucking Tyler, Earl. Now you got like Brockhampton and shit like that. Kevin Ashtrack. You know what I'm saying? Kids can look up to like a new generation, that type of shit. And like Amine too, like all those guys. You don't have to do the same shit, but.
I mean, that's the type of shit the community needs. Like,
yeah, especially like the black kids and shit like that. That's like not quote unquote the norm or fucking weird or whatever. Like you need shit like that.
That's at the core of what we are as a group.
That is us.
Yeah.
Like, that is what we represent as Black Burbs. Like, that's our whole namesake. That's why we started it. That's why we're still doing it, and that's why we're gonna keep moving. Like, that's it. Like that's why.
I love that, guys. So what's next for you guys?
Well, we got the Blacklist project we're working on.
Yeah, well, yeah, you know what? Let's just, our follow-up project is going to be called Blacklist.
Blacklist, yeah.
Blacklist.
We're definitely going to see more
BLK list.
Yeah.
One word.
It's all going to be in-house and stuff, because last project, it wasn't in-house. We collaborated with other producers and stuff. And I was just starting
entirely in-house. T-Wayne, Dougie, that's it.
Yeah. So it's all gonna be in house. I'm working on my project, Eternal Black Boy. That's gonna be coming out this year, but I don't want to slow it too much.
I got Master Grade coming out. You have your meet and greet after mine.
And I got the meet and greet too.
Yeah, you got your meet and greet after Vernon's.
Yeah.
And then Tariq's is the last one.
Blacklist was a while ago.
Yeah, we got Blacklist is
That's gonna
probably,
be a while.
if it does, like, when it does drop, it probably won't be for, like, I'd say like 7-8 months, maybe later.
Yeah, I think so.
So
We're gonna take our time though. We're not
Yeah,
gonna
it's,
rush it.
yeah,
Probably like
2020
Because
is like
at this point, we found like we got our craft down, and we finally kind of got our sound down. Like we know what to do. So with this one, you're definitely gonna hear more of that.
It's gonna be a lot more planning involved
Yeah.
because we didn't plan out
Oh,
Blacklist
yeah.
at all. We
We
just
just
made
did
something.
Yeah.
So we want to like plenty of music before we just start like, oh, that one's gonna go on because it's the only song we have. Like we want to have like a pool of songs to pick from, so we're not just like, well, we made it, so it has to go on it.
Yeah.
Like we have to, that's a problem. Like,
Refine it.
Yeah, we need to refine. We need to like really get into the process, and we need to do more like promotional planning. We didn't really plan like how we did promo for Blackbirds. It kind of just like
You just gotta ditch
it was like a
it.
free form thing.
Yeah.
We want to have like
Like a
a set
free-for-all
promotional
type shit.
period where we're actually like planning videos and like planning photo shoots and stuff like that. But the good thing I think about us is like we're so varied in the stuff that we do. Like Mark skates, but he also does photography. And like if you see any of the group photos from like I want to say 2017 onwards, like I took them. I love photography. It's like next to music, like those are my two biggest passions. And I think like because all of us have different things that we're interested in, it makes us more diverse as a group and allows us to do more things on our own. Like if you see any of the clothes we make, it's usually designed by one of us. If you see like any of our videos, it's something we all planned out initially. Like we try to make everything as in-house as possible because we think like we want to have complete creative control out of everything in terms of like not just the idea but also the process.
Yeah.
So that's something that's like really big for us.
We don't really go to other people for anything.
And we never could. Like that was the problem.
Yeah, we
Like,
never-
nobody
yeah, we
wanted
never-
to
Oh,
do it.
wow.
So we had to do
No one-
everything on our own.
No one wanted
Even like after
anything
Black
serious.
Burbs, the things got fucked over on like so many times.
Yeah.
It was wild. Like I don't even know what.
And I think in the future we're definitely gonna try to do more shows. Like we've only done what, like one real show,
One and a
we done one.
one and a half,
one and a
half shows. So we want to do more shows. We hope we can like. The one problem I think about in London County is there's like no like real venues.
Yeah, there's like no venue.
Yeah, it's
real
hard
venues.
out there. There's no
There's
real,
not a
there's not like a
space
certain
out there.
spot.
No,
like
no.
yeah, like there's not a certain spot where like a lot of local artists from the London County can like perform and stuff and get like a buzz out there.
There's like bars and
There's
Yeah,
bars,
there's
but like
bars.
Even the bars though, they be
Oh,
getting
yeah.
shut down as soon as
Yeah, they get
Yeah,
shut down.
yeah.
Like the Hood
Yeah.
show. That
Rich
like,
Fest.
all those
Remember
others.
Rich Fest last year?
Yeah,
Like,
Rich
they
yeah,
tried
Rich
that.
Fest and the Hood Hope show. Like they
I heard
completely.
about that.
It was
Fergie
insane.
telling me.
But there's a lot of talented people in that little area, but just hard to get exposure. But
And it's hard. Like I think another thing about that area is like everyone needs to start working together more.
yeah,
It's like in terms of Groton, I mean it's not gonna happen. But in terms of Groton, like
it's us.
it's basically just us.
Yeah, real.
We're like the only people in like the town that like consistently like put ourselves out there.
Yeah.
Oh, like
I don't
specifically,
really
right?
know any
Yeah.
other artists out of Groton.
Yeah.
Other than
No disrespect, but it's not worth the time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean like
Like,
Yeah.
most
Honestly,
of
it's
them
like-
not good.
Honestly, if you want like authentic stuff, like that's really about it. Like
You want
anything
true
else
stuff.
is just like
Yeah.
someone. It's like take like Young Thug or like
Or
Chief
like-
Keef or whatever.
or like
you know,
Cardi,
and
like
put them
Playboy
on
Cardi,
someone else's
yeah.
body. That's pretty much
Yeah,
it.
Or like Thousand Band
Yeah,
Barney,
that's pretty
like,
much it.
those guys. Like, if you're not doing that type of wave, they're not gonna be like.
yeah, especially like we're like right across the bridge from New London, but the thing is like none of the people like from New London actually really know about us that much. Like I feel like if anyone knows us, it's usually from outside of the.
They
the
know
immediate
about us, they just don't like us.
Which is
Yeah,
weird.
nah, that's
Exactly.
Which is
They
weird.
They know who we
They
are.
do know.
They
who we
do.
are.
Because they've come up to me at
We've
work.
all
I'm like,
met
I don't
at
know
least
who
a
the
couple
fuck
people.
this is.
I gotta feel like, hey man, keep doing your thing, like type shit.
Yeah.
But there's no
There's
collab.
no
Like
collab.
there's no,
you
like-
know what I'm saying? I mean, I'll be
I know you
willing
sent
to-
beats to mad people.
Yeah,
in the area.
that's a different story, but.
I mean, yeah, we're not gonna go into that.
But like, I would, but like, some of those guys are doing their thing.
Yeah,
No, they're definitely doing
CJ
their thing.
Pink,
Like,
like
his new video
his
was
new
fire.
video.
That was dope.
and
That was
he
dope.
got on No Jumper, which
Yeah.
is insane. Like a kid
Yeah,
from New London
that was-
on No
that was
Jumper,
dope.
like
I
shout
fuck
out
with
to
that
you,
song.
man, for real. So I feel like we just all work together and just be on the same pace. We can create so much.
As a
Like, we
state,
can-
as like, there's so many creators in the state that people like don't like. There's not enough respect. Like,
Yeah.
like there's not enough respect given to this state at all. And there's so many creators and there's so many people who do so many things. And I think the worst part about it for me is like when you get people like Diddy saying like, oh, no one's looking at Connecticut for talent.
That
But
shit
it's
was
like, that's bullshit, and you know it, because there's so many people out here who are so talented and have opportunities to make something and do something great that there's no way no one's looking at this.
Yeah.
Like, it's shit like that where I'm like, I don't understand. Like, what, like, especially when I think, I don't know where I'm going with this.
But we don't really have a person who's like broken through.
Yeah, we need someone to
we need like
fully
one
break
big
through.
person just on a national
Well,
level.
no pun intended.
Oh shit.
Yeah, like how there's like yeah, but like like how there's like certain areas that like who blew up. I'm trying to think of like one artist that like came through that really like put it on the map.
Came through.
Like for a certain area, like
Oh yeah, Mad played.
like Outkast for instance, like they're one of the first dudes from like the ATL to like really break through.
I mean, you had Goody Mob.
Yeah, Goody Mob too, but like Outkast is like the guys that are like,
Yeah.
oh shit, if they can make
Especially
it
in
through.
terms of rap.
In
Like,
terms of rap at the time, like nobody was fucking with the South back then. It was East Coast, West Coast. So, like to see some two dudes who make awesome music from the South who were like, fuck it.
I mean, there's definitely big Connecticut artists, but it's like,
Yeah.
No.
we need someone like like, I think the minute we get someone who's like prolific, like you
Yeah.
can't deny, that's when things are gonna really start
Yeah.
like.
Cause it's right there. It's
Yeah.
right there.
It does suck.
like
We do have artists who do their like Apathy. We have
Yeah, we've met Apathy.
we met
He's chill
Apathy,
with
yeah.
Apathy.
He's a
like-
chill ass
really
dude.
chill.
He was so surprised how much music we knew too. He's like, oh yeah, y'all fuck with this shit. I was like,
Yeah.
I think,
He's an OG.
yeah, he's an OG.
He's cool. He's
I
cool.
think
Yeah.
the bigger problem is that like people try to treat it like it's still the '90s, like you have to be from like some major urban center. But like meanwhile, you have like 3/4 of the guys who come out of Atlanta who are from like suburbs, so
Yeah.
like they're not really from the
Yeah.
city of Atlanta themselves. And if you get like half the people from out in Cali, like half the people from out in Cali aren't from like LA itself; they're from LA County. Like, but they say they're from LA because they know that that'll get them home.
Put me on, bro.
People be doing that around here too.
I'm from New York.
I'm from
Hey.
New York.
Hey,
Everybody's
Bronx,
from
my
New
guy.
York.
No one's from Connecticut, everyone's from New York.
What else
Just
is
leave
coming?
that.
Yeah, but no, you know what else we need though? I think like something that's like really important that we need in this state. We need someone to make it and stay. So many
Yeah.
people make it and their first priority is getting the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
And that's a problem, at least for me. Like, I see that and I'm like, that's great, but you can build a scene, you can build a community here. Like, I want someone to blow up and stay.
We gotta funnel that
Help.
money back into
Like,
our
it needs to
own
come back.
scene.
Because the problem,
Yeah.
because the problem is like before, like y'all, before other like programs, there wasn't
There was no
much.
plan.
in terms
There
of-
was
there was
nothing.
much. There was not much in terms of like infrastructure here for like just for any type of creative endeavor, less like hip hop music, like.
Yeah.
And like you look at the other like areas on like the East Coast scene or even like New England as itself, like they have like multiple like outlets and stuff like that, multiple their communities support their own like artists for the most part, and like I think that that's like a major reason for like Connecticut not getting the love that it deserves, or like people not getting the exposure that they should or that they could have if they were like living somewhere else.
Yeah.
Facts, B.
So where do you guys see yourselves in 1 year, 5 years, and 10 years?
Oh wow.
Alright, well, for now, we'll finish the meet and greet, and hopefully Blacklist will be at least work on.
Yeah, I hope by next year we're like 70-80% done with Blacklist.
I think next year, hopefully I can start getting some big placements and stuff. That's my goal.
Yeah.
I feel like
T-Wayne gotta put you on, man.
I feel like with this album, I'm not trying to be like on some like cocky shit, but I think when this shit comes out, I think people are gonna be like, oh shit, like Dougie got his shit in the bag. You know what I'm saying? So, cause I already know that there's people who fuck with me and stuff like that, but I feel like I'm so fucking low key that like I haven't got it there yet. And like Justin said, like me and T-Wayne are like one of the best producers in the state. I'll say it.
I ain't saying one of them.
I didn't say no one of them, bro. I said the
Oh,
best.
the best.
So are the
The
best.
best.
The best.
And,
I don't
5
care.
years, I hope we're big enough to start like, getting our shit on the radio.
I think 5 years we would have been on. Like we'll be on.
We'll be
Like
on.
we would have done our first tour. We're doing shows and shit. I don't think it's gonna take that long.
Yeah.
It's right there.
5 years for me, I'm trying to be out of law school. I'm trying to be an entertainment lawyer to not only represent us as a group, but I want to represent as many artists as possible. I want to create a platform for everybody in terms of like whatever you need in terms of a legal element or like negotiating with labels. I want to make sure everybody out there has the opportunity to do so. Like,
Yeah.
I want to make sure everyone's talent gets the recognition it deserves and
That's a
gets
big
the
thing.
money it deserves. Like that's one of the biggest things.
Yeah,
Like,
man.
when I think about what this state needs, like that's it. So I think like 5 years from now, I'm hoping to do that, and I think 5 years from now, I think we're all gonna be completely locked in on music.
And in 10 years, I hope we have to the point where like, we have a legacy of like inspiring other kids to do shit.
Yeah, that's what I would love.
10 years, Connecticut artists will be getting the respect they deserve.
Yeah, I want the infrastructure.
We will be
and we're gonna be part of the reason why they get that respect.
Yeah,
no doubt.
we want that to be known. Like 10 years from now, like we wouldn't be those guys that set it off and shit.
I want people to be reciting my lyrics. That's what I want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I want people to not make the same beats as me, but at least be inspired. I mean, and hopefully I can meet my heroes too in the next 10 years. Like Madlib, fucking Knowledge.
That would be fucking dope.
Yeah, like all those guys. Bronson, Tyler, Earl. Like who knows? Anything can happen. Like I want to be able to work with fucking Freddie Gibbs one day. Like I know I can do it. I just have to work hard at it.
We just gotta figure out how.
You just gotta figure it out. You just gotta do your thing. Like anything is possible. Dead ass. Like I can't stand when people are like, no, there's no way. Like you can do it. You can do it. You just gotta put in the work.
And you know what? Honestly, like I want to thank you because there's not a lot of people who would give us this opportunity.
For real, man.
Like what you're doing here is like so special because you're giving everybody a shot.
Yeah.
Everybody's getting a shot.
So
An equal shot too. Like you're putting everybody on the same platform and everyone on the same level, and that's great.
Yeah, like the
That is
platform
so
that you
important.
have, man, it's a blessing. Like to see where you've been doing for the past year and a half into and stuff, it's fucking sick.
You and Megan, basically.
Yeah,
Megan.
like you
Well,
guys.
you two
Definitely.
Yeah, it's amazing, man. Like we really appreciate what you're doing out here. And for real, thank you for having us. Like,
Hey, I've been waiting to do this one, man.
yeah,
We have to.
yeah, we have. Man.
Yeah, we couldn't wait for this. Like this is great.
Yeah, shit's crazy.
I think it's the perfect time and opportunity for you guys too to just talk about the meet and greets and then be able to actually show your faces to everybody that's going to be watching this.
Yeah.
That's
This
big
is
thing.
us.
Our ugly
Oh
faces.
yeah, Vernon, your project.
Yeah, go first. Talk about No House Calls first of all.
Oh,
Yeah.
yo, I thought you meant like a new project.
No.
Well, me agree too, but I want you to talk about No House Calls. That
Um,
shit's fire. I don't
That just
care.
came out, right?
Yeah, January 31st.
Yeah.
Your
That's a wonderful project.
So I guess what went into it was I just wanted to make a project about who I am as a person, I guess, and then also I made the deliberate decision to not have any features on it because I wanted people to get more familiar with who I am, my style, kind of like a meet and greet thing.
Yeah.
That was like my meet and greet.
Even though you have also your own meet and greet.
I got that.
Yo.
You got the meat.
I don't remember what I said.
Oh, you're talking about house calls.
Anyway, so I knew that when I was going into the project, I wanted it to have like I wanted to be like the drop on a roller coaster. Like I wanted you to start at the top, and then by the time the album was over, you were rock bottom in a really sad way, but like in a way that makes sense to you, you know? So like, I guess what I was trying to show people was that everybody has whatever they're going through. Nobody has it easy. People might have it easy on the surface, but everybody's going through something.
Yeah.
I don't care who you are. I don't care what you have. So I guess this was my way of showing that yes, we all go through things. We have our battles, but it might be all right in the end. That was my way of showing that.
I like that.
Yeah.
And that definitely came through. Like I definitely
Yeah.
think like that was one of the times where I sat there and like I know you had your own like struggle with like wanting to put it out. Like I know like you had some hesitation.
Oh yeah, I was gonna put it out.
Yeah,
Like-
we were like, dude, you need.
But
to
when
put
you
it out.
when you sent me like your initial like what you had like as your track listing and like all this like your rough version of the songs, I was like, nah, you have to put this out
Yeah.
because exactly what you just said you wanted to like be like shine through your project is exactly what happened, and you did exactly what you set out to do, and I think that's really important.
Boy,
You did that shit, and I'm glad you're proud of it because you should be, because that was a great
we had a
project.
lot of songs recorded for that project too.
And we're gonna do some videos for that too, so be on the lookout for that in the next few months because we're doing. I know we're gonna do Sugar High.
That's my shit.
Yeah, I have ideas for all the songs.
But we might do.
Sugar High's my
Yeah,
shit.
we don't.
It looks like it got a great reception too.
It
People
did.
really
Yeah,
It
it
did
did,
better than I
it
thought it
did.
did. There were a lot more people talking about it than I thought would actually be talking about it. It was cool.
And that's what's
I
up.
was stoked for this, man. I was like, I was glad when you put that shit out, but I was like, dude, you cannot shelf this thing at
Yeah.
all
That
whatsoever.
shit was about to be deleted.
He was letting us listen to it. Like, should I drop this?
Yeah.
I'm like,
And he had like mad songs recorded for it too, like
Yeah.
a lot of songs. So when he like broke it down with something gonna be on there and stuff, I was like, dude, you gotta take this shit.
we'll leak it for you.
You need friends like this in your life. That's so important.
Yeah.
I would have never put it out.
Yeah, for real.
Like, this is always like a competition between all of us.
Yeah, we definitely
Like,
get
these
competitive.
motherfuckers, I'm like, I want to compete with them.
Yeah.
Rapping, back to song and shit like this. This motherfucker with, what song was it? Shouting me out. Like I'm like just chilling, not doing anything. So I'm like, I'm not doing anything. Fuck it, I'm gonna fucking start rapping again.
But as far as like, as far as getting back to the topic of meet and greet,
Still talking
meet and greet, we're trying to get all of them done. I think by August. I think that was our
Yeah.
initial goal. To get them all done by August. I'm doing mine next. I'm working on it. I'm trying to stay time crushed. I got a lot of schoolwork, but I'm gonna get through it.
I can only
College students.
Do law school.
Hey, we out here.
Law school stuff.
Me, Exodus, and Dame know about that life. College sucks.
Yeah.
I got one more year left.
Same.
Oh, he graduated.
No, you said, oh, we know about that life, like you didn't do it.
Bro, he good. He's still in this shit. But hey,
I got an easy grade.
But
My college was easy.
so I'm next. He's gonna do his sometime in the summer.
Yeah.
Then Mark, you're dropping yours. I don't know when. You're probably like July, maybe. I
Give
don't
mine a
know.
listen.
yeah.
And then I know Tariq is
Yes,
last because
yes,
he's
Josh
clouded
is.
up, so he has the most
Yeah.
clout.
He's the most clout.
Yeah,
He has the
mine
most
dropped,
clout.
mine dropped in December.
Yeah.
Like,
that shit
so I
was
literally,
fire too.
and it's
With
called
the
summer.
16.
So I literally dropped summer in the winter. And I literally dropped summer in the winter. It was 3 songs. It was like I wanted to give like my rawest, like the most rawest like stuff I could. So like I didn't really go like I'm not gonna lie, I didn't spend much time on any of the songs at all. Like I just like a steady flow of consciousness and stuff like that. Like because I always admire when like artists like put like raw emotion into their songs. Like it might not necessarily be like the most lyrical, it might not necessarily
That
be
real
the most
shit.
complex. But it's just like it could be a minute-long song. It could be like one of the best songs on the
Yeah.
album.
Mhm.
So like I really wanted to like get that. It overall has a dark sound, and like it's definitely more of like run of the mill, like just not overly like hysterical, miracle, spiritual shit. just just rap.
I'm gonna break that.
Hey, like my man Master Flex says, cold motherfucking bars.
You know nothing about that.
Literally.
Oh man.
Fame's literally an old soul though. Like the way he approaches hip hop and everything is like he could be from the '90s and shit. And
It's an
inspired
old
by
soul.
West Coast like rap too. Like,
Yeah, like
some dog shit.
like when I would listen to rap, like when I first listened to rap, like it was mostly like run of the mill like radio stuff, and like it was like contemporary stuff at the time, so like 50 Cent and like Lil Wayne and stuff like that. But like when I started actually like rapping, like I went back to the stuff that like my dad used to play. My dad's from the South, so he would play stuff like Scarface and like Outkast and stuff like that. Like old Outkast, like like their first album, like running around with butcher knives and shit. And like he would play like like death row stuff, like he'd play like Corrupt or like some like Snoop Dogg. Like and he played new Snoop Dogg too, which is still fire. But like
This is Snoop.
yeah, it's
Like,
really one of the greatest rappers. So like it's just Snoop Dogg.
dude, Snoop.
But like yeah, that's where I got a lot of my like influence from. Like when I was like writing stuff, like just their ability to like not only tell stories, but like their ability to like be aggressive but relax at the same time. Like their ability to be like dominant on a beat, but like still like flow over it, like ride over it like it's nothing. Like that's mainly where I got like inspiration to write my rhymes and stuff like that. So
Dope. That's awesome. So do you guys have any more shout outs before we end today's interview? Anybody you want to say what up to?
Oh, shout out to my mom,
My son.
my dad,
Your son.
Whitney.
Your non-existent
Who else? Oh, shout out to the High Skate Shop. Charlie, you doing your thing out there.
Yo, Naked on Jake.
Yeah. Also go to the Hive Indoor Park. That place is fucking beast. Shout out
Is that
to
below
Steve.
the shop, right?
Yeah, the local shop in London, dude.
Yeah.
And now we got the indoor skate park, which is insane.
Don Kennedy.
Yep.
Don Kennedy.
Okay, hey.
JK.
Take it. Comethazine.
all right.
I want to say shout out Schroeder again.
Yeah,
Shout out Ben
Schroeder.
Schultz.
Oh, shout out to T-Wayne.
Shout out to
Stupid
T-Wayne.
ass for
Shout
being
out
For
here.
missing the bus.
Yeah.
Shouts out
2
to
minutes.
Missing the
This is
bus.
about 2
Yeah,
minutes,
shout
dog.
out.
Man,
2 minutes.
With your stupid ass.
Shout
But I
out
love
to-
you though, Terry.
shout out
How's
to
he gonna
all
be the one with the
legend
big
people,
placements
all
and
my
not
cousins.
me?
I don't know. The nigga has the most clout and can't be here.
Yeah, he's
That's when your head get big, dog. Once you get clout,
Nobody, they were like, where the fuck is T-Wayne
it's
at?
like, fuck
This
you,
man
nigga.
just got a check. This man just got a check from the label for the Uncle Drew placement. Like he gets like a quarterly check, and he was hyped. He's like, "Oh, that means I can come to the interview now." And then he missed the fucking interview.
Yeah, 2
Like-
minutes.
You already switched up on us. That's crazy.
Yeah. Wow, that's crazy.
Ass nigga.
Man, that's crazy,
Go to
bro.
Boston and switch.
Oh, who else should we give a shout out to?
Yeah, it was
Who else should we give a
We
shout
got
out
the Fenway.
to?
Shout out to SOB, yo. We went to high school with him. Like he was like him and another artist, Einer. Like they're the main, one of the main reasons I kept rapping. Cause like if you just rap by yourself, like you're not like on your first tracks, like you're not gonna you're not gonna get better. Like, but if you rap with like other people, you're like it's like friendly competition, and like you're learning and they're learning and stuff like that. It's all like a great process. And like we also shout out to Big Hefe, Jeffrey down in Georgia.
Hey,
He's still making music out
We
there.
miss you, dog.
He was
That's in our early
he was
days.
one of the founding members.
Yeah, the
And
early
he put on
members.
us.
Yeah,
Left
and
us in the
Matt.
dust.
And Matt.
Oh,
Yeah,
give a
man,
shout out
yeah.
to Matt, man.
Yeah,
He's
shout out to
still.
Matt. There were two
Matt-
members that were in
Matt
the
chilling
group
with
when
his
it
lady.
started, But
Yeah,
they're,
he's out now.
they moved away.
Yeah, but he always supports us, no matter what, since day one. Like, always be like, yo, man, keep it up. So, it's also shout out to CJ, who always supports us too.
CJ,
Robert, stop the hype.
Yeah.
Founder of
Oh yeah, that's
Stop
what
the Hype.
happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, stop the
Stop the
hype.
hype.
Robert
Founder of Stop the
Brown.
Hype.
That's our boy. And one of
And
his
James.
Seniors
You gotta shout out
James.
Shout out
Yeah.
James, Big Tasty.
Big Tasty.
Oh, Big
Shout out
Tasty.
hey, yo, Big Tasty.
Jaquan.
Jaquan, of
Yeah.
course.
Jaquan.
Jaquan.
All the supporters.
Joey Badass.
What?
What?
Hey,
Nigga
Julio,
named Foster,
shout out
don't
to
forget
Julio,
Foster.
you feel me?
Yeah, you know Joey needs the exposure, so shout out Joey.
Shout out to NF Doom.
All right.
Yeah, that's our shout.
All your boys.
Yeah, all our boys.
All our homies out
Oh, shout
here.
out Benjamin E. McSheedy, Mick.
Oh yeah, shout out to
I don't know what he was
Sir
saying for
High.
a second.
shout out to my boy Sir High.
Oh, shout out to Steven too.
Yeah.
Yo, are we still doing shout? Are we done?
Yeah, nigga, we doing shout out. We
Shout out
putting everybody on the
to
map.
Shout out Connecticut, bro.
Shout out to
Sorry, we're done.
CT.
I love you, mom.
Even though
Yeah, you feel me?
I hope your mom
Well,
loves
thank you guys for coming
Okay.
on. I
Yeah,
appreciate
thank
this.
you, man. Thank you for having us. It was
Thank you.
fun.
Of course, like,
Yeah,
no
great
jumper.
shit.
no
Yeah.
joke. Coolest podcast in the world.
Hey, it's better than no jumpers.
Yeah,
It's a
Breakthrough.
Adam ain't got shit on him, bro. That
Breakthrough, motherfucker.
It's the motherfucking breakthrough.
Bust out your eyes.
Alright, so this ends season 7, episode 3. Thank you and have a good night.